All right, people. So today we're going to be talking about why men fall in love in your absence from a woman's point of view. And women who have used absence are going to tell you why it works. Because sometimes we know what works, but our fears and our emotions say no, even though our logic, which is Father Alex's voice in your head, is telling you don't do it. Or I'm closing the channel. So today we're going to be listening from a woman's point of view, so that you guys can get some encouragement and understand that this really does work. Okay. And by the way, I have a free gift for you guys. We are offering a free chapter from my book, The Chase. I do have a book, by the way, and you can purchase it on Amazon. The Chase. You can get the free book, the free ebook, the free chapter, and the free audiobook. This audiobook was made approximately 6 years ago, so it's not an AI, okay? So this book has been up for a while. You can get that free ebook by clicking on the description down below where it says get your free gift, and they just put your email and your name, and Father Alex is gonna track you down for your rest of your, and I'm gonna send you that free gift today, okay? So let's begin with the video.
This is how your absence will actually make him want you more. You see, when women are in love, all we can think of is being close to him as much as possible.
Very
And
creepy.
because women are such emotional creatures, they can miss
Creepers.
their man even if they haven't seen him just for a day. But because men are so goal-oriented, if his goal is you, then he will take every action necessary in order to win your heart. But for him to keep on wanting you, he must literally miss something about you. But when you are always available, when you tell him everything about yourself, there is literally nothing to miss. Look at how intrigued we all are by a queen, a princess, or a Hollywood movie star. Because we don't know everything about these people. We don't have access to them. If I would have coffee with Jennifer Aniston every morning and she would tell me all about herself, there would be no more mystery. The glue in your relationship is to make him feel that he never knows every little thing about you, because that will give him the feeling of missing you. That will give him the feeling of want to pursue you again and again.
Look, man, as a girl who looks like she sells perfume, she looks like she sells perfume, right? Like high class perfume. Like she looks very fancy. I like her. But this is pretty much it. The brain works through contrast, right? When it sees white, it unconsciously sees blue. Black. When you see red, you might even see a green halo around it, right? What's there usually comes with fantasies of what would happen if it's not there. So when you are there, if you're there too long, people will start to fantasize about you not being there. It's just that simple. And if you keep it, and if that happens for long enough time, they might want you to not be there. So the way it works is understand that if you want a guy to think of you, miss you, it works through contrast. Don't be there. It's really that simple. The problem is that our emotions are so creepy and needy that it's something that we just cannot do. We just cannot do. We have to have them there because we're reacting emotionally. We're not thinking strategically. Jesus Christ, how long is this
Men
pause?
fall in love with your absence because of vasopressin, but it's not what you think.
Oh, but here we go. The TikTok neurologist. TikTok loves vasopressin, dopamine, and what's the other one? Yeah, that's pretty much.
Vasopressin is not this like weird hormone that's released in men when you're not in their like 5 foot radius. The reason that vasopressin is released in men when you're absent
I don't
is
even know what
because
it does.
vasopressin releases in men when they have to problem solve. When you are not at his beck and call, then he has to figure out how to get you. And this is the way men are wired. They're like bred to be conquerors. It's this whole like Roman Empire thing that they're obsessed with. When you're not handing over your commitment, your life, your body, your space on a silver platter, then he has to work for it. And think about it logically. If you were a teenage kid and you were going to get a car and you had to work all summer mowing lawns to save up money to buy a car, you would value that car a lot more than someone who just got a car from their parents. They didn't have to work for it, right? If he has to work for you, if he has to crack down your outer shell to get to the inside, he's going to value that prize more than someone who's just handing herself over to him. And it's not about playing games. It's about playing smart. It's about prioritizing yourself. When you love yourself, You naturally don't hand over your whole being to someone you barely know. Essentially a stranger. If you're on like 1 or 2 dates, that person is essentially a stranger. You do not know them. Think about somebody you love. So take yourself out of the equation. Think about your best friend. Would you advise her to jump 2 feet in with a guy she just met or that she's been on 1 or 2 dates with? No.
No.
You love her and you're like, you deserve literally the world, but minimally a guy who's going to make you a priority in his life. You would advise her to hold out until he's proven he's worthy of being in her life. Now hold the same love and respect that you hold for your best friend for yourself. When you love yourself, you see the situation clearly. And here's what I see it as. Women are always the prize. No matter who you are, no matter what your situation is, women are sacred. Men, that was like the first try. That was like,
yeah, guys get killed. Like, people don't give a fuck about men. That's a fact.
The beta test. Women are sacred. They are always the prize. So therefore, the man needs to pursue you. He needs to woo you. He needs to convince you that he deserves a place in your well-rounded life. And this naturally occurs when you live a well-rounded life. When you have hobbies, when you have a job you're passionate about, when you have friends that you care for. You're not going to just open all the doors to any man who wants to give you attention.
The issue is that some women are literally waiting to live. They're literally waiting to live like until the relationship comes, right? Meaning, some women are saying, okay, once I get a guy, then I'll have a life. Once I get a boyfriend, then I'll have a life. Once I get a husband, then I'll have a life. No, like, you're going to make him your whole life and you're going to objectify him and push him away because you're just going to treat him as a source of self-esteem. That's not how you do it, girl. You can't do that, and you can't be doing that and telling people you watch my channel.
Attention is cheap, you guys. Attention is so cheap. A man should have to prove himself to have a spot in your life. And when your life is well-rounded, that means you just naturally don't have a ton of time to be handing over to someone before he's proven that he deserves a spot in your life. Mm-hmm. And that's why the absence of a woman works wonders on a man, because then he has to hammer it in. Remember the Roman Empire thing, the conqueror thing. He has to win her over. If you're just playing games and you're pretending to be busy all the time.
Yep, that's a fact. That's a fact.
The energy is off. But when you're living a well-rounded life, you're that bitch, hot girl energy, like that's what's going to woo him. That's what sets you apart from other women. Loving yourself makes you magnetic. Mm-hmm. Not just to men, to literally everything in life.
Yep. Say it, white girl.
When you love yourself, you realize you don't really need this man.
Yep.
And that's when he's like, I'm going to prove to her why she needs me.
Yep.
Like, that's the irony of it. It's that's like
true.
When you don't need him, that's when he's like, I need her. You guys are so funny.
We are funny. We do make good jokes. Ex-lover girl.
I'm
oh,
sure
that's
you
toxic.
probably heard the quote, men fall in love through absence, women fall in love through presence. Here's why I think that is. So I agree with this statement, but it's not in a way where you're playing games with him. Games in the sense of he texted you back in 20 minutes, so now you have to wait 30 minutes to text him back, or you have to cancel plans because you don't want to seem too available. I'm not talking about that at all. If you want to text, like...
See, the problem that I have with people doing absence, right here, is that they just have no lives. And when they're doing absence, they're waiting on the guy. And it's like, it's counterintuitive. Because the point of absence is to learn to create new neural pathways of happiness, where not just him makes you happy, but other things make you happy. That's just a fact. That's just a pure fact that people just misunderstand about absence, that it's all about waiting. It's like, no, it's about living. A lot of you motherfuckers just make your man your life. And there's nothing wrong with that. Granny agrees. But you gotta give the guy space so that he can see that without you, life isn't the same. That you can also be happy, that you don't need that much therapy to get over them. Because God knows I hate women who could get over me easily. That hurts Father Alex's ego. I want to see therapy. I want to see you go to a meditation retreat for me. Anyways, let's keep listening. Sorry about that. Oh my God, Father Alex is
You
toxic.
should text that person. Here's what I mean. As a woman, you should make a man appreciate your absence. You have your own routine. You're set in your own life. You don't need him to survive, especially in the very beginning. Because there's nothing sexier than a woman who has her shit together that doesn't need a man but wants him and chooses him. A man respects that so fucking much. Also, he respects the fact and knows that you're not going to tolerate any bullshit from him, so he knows that he has to act right in order to maintain and keep you around. When you have your life together figured out, you have your own established routine and put yourself first, there is no time to be clingy with another person. When you put yourself first, he notices that. Don't put him on a pedestal. No one wants to be put on a pedestal. People can feel that, and when you are putting people so far above you and putting their needs in front of your own, they tend to respect you a lot less. It's really just a respect thing. If a man feels like he can respect you, he's going to love and appreciate you a lot more because you love and appreciate yourself. And that's not to say that you aren't meeting his needs as well. There has to be a balance where you're willing to compromise on certain things. In most cases, you respect yourself enough to put yourself first. And although that may seem selfish, you are your only person that's always going to be around for you. You don't feel fulfilled and you don't feel like you're putting your own needs first. You're never going to be the best person that you can be and show up as in the relationship. And on the flip side of that, women falling in love through presence, I think it's pretty clear that a lot of men are so willing to give up. A lot of men are not going to be the man that they need to be to show up for you. So when they do, and it's on a consistent basis and they are so about you, that's when we fall in love. When you are willing to put us into consideration.
He will fall in love with you by spending less time with you. Falling in love is nothing more than a chemical neurotransmitter released in the brain to reproduce. Women fall in love by releasing oxytocin. This neurotransmitter is released in the brain when we spend time with the man that we desire, that we cuddle with, that we hook up with, that we kiss, that we have sex with. Oxytocin is released more and more to bond us to our potential dating partner. Men fall in love through vasopressin. Vasopressin is a neurotransmitter that is being poured out into the brain, into the body, and makes him fall in love by not spending time with you. When he is in absence of you and thinks of you. This is how he's going to chase you and pursue you, because he's realizing by not spending time with you that he does want to spend time with you. And by realizing that in your absence, the chase will start for him. Men fall in love through the journey of chasing and pursuing you. Use this information to your advantage, be smart, play dumb, and don't give your time so freely away to him. Let him sit on the edge of the seat.
Because men fall in love in a woman's absence, and so finally when you walk away, they realize that the grass isn't greener on the other side, it's actually greener where you water it. And so when they have time to reflect, they realize that the best part of them was actually you.
There are so many misinformation about dating, attraction, love on the internet right now. Okay? Don't believe when people say men fall in love in your absence, men fall in love when they have to problem solve, men fall in love when they have to scratch their head, men fall in love when you confuse them. Those are not true. You can seduce men into noticing you more by doing all those things, but those things don't make a man fall in love. Okay, the only thing that can make people truly fall in love is when you are showing up as your soul. It's only soul to soul can fall in love. Everything else are just,
I'm not gonna lie, she's a baddie. Like, this girl, she's a baddie. Oh my God, Father Alex, that's a Asian fetish. No, but she's a baddie.
Transactional.
Who the fuck is
Everything
she?
else are just codependency. Okay, so if you want true love, you have to show up as your soul. You have to show up in life aligned to your core values, to your soul's core values, in your authenticity. That's the only way. This is why Joy calling. I'm the author of Awaken the High Value Queen Within.
And this is the thing, right? Sometimes all you gotta do is develop emotional resilience. Learn how to be unhappy. Learn to feel unhappiness. Learn to be alone. and find ways to regulate your emotions back to a normal, peaceful level. That's how you raise self-esteem, you know? And the thing is that, you know, sometimes we just grow dependent on our partner so much that we lose our own faculties. Like, we forget how to do things we used to do when we were single. So this video is all about, be careful with waiting to live until you get a guy. Careful. You're going to push him away because you're just waiting to live. That doesn't work that way, man. It doesn't work that way. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, check out our free people. I'm giving you guys a free gift, okay? What the hell? It's a good book. I wrote that book. It's called The Chase. And you get the chapter where I talk about the hot and cold formula. You can click on the description down below to purchase it. And then you get the free audiobook as well. You know, look, it even says, give me my free gift, Father Alex. You know, you guys are even being demanding in this. Like, telling Father Alex to give you a free gift, the fuck? Anyways, man, check it out right now and you'll get it in your mailbox. And from there, I'm gonna send you guys messages such as announcements. Because what I learned is that if my channel closes, I'll still have your email, right? And I can tell you guys about some secret things, actually. Ooh, people, we're gonna make a newsletter every week. Because I forgot, I used to write. Like, seriously, I found my writings from years ago. Sir, I literally found writings I used to write when I was younger, and I forgot I wrote for 4 years. I forgot. You know. Now, if you guys get the book, I will apologize because there's a lot of inappropriate language in one of those books, because I also wrote it for men, and back then I used to be so inappropriate. It's crazy. So if you guys say, what the fuck, Father Alex, just my apologies, man. So yeah, purchase it. I mean, get the free book now, and I'll see you guys inside, man.